Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I hope you are having a good Tuesday. Popping on right now to deliver us a collective message. So let's check in. Let's check in on the current energy at this time. So I've got a few decks in front of me. We have the Daily Crystal Inspiration Oracle. We have the Wildwood Tarot. And a few other cards, a few other decks. We've got the Angels of Light and the Universe has your back cards. So let's see what this energy is at this present time for the collective. So the Daily Crystal Inspiration. Thought I'd share this with you. When you open your heart and trust yourself, the universe will always guide you in the right direction. So let's open our hearts with the oracles and the tarot. So what is this current energy for the collective today? What is this current energy? What's going on? Let's check in. Okay. So, one more shuffle. Let's go. Okay, another shuffle. Interesting. Okay. Almost ready. And then there was a bit of reluctancy and a bit of doubt came in. Slowed things down for a moment. It did. Okay. But now we've got things back into the flow. Interesting. So straight away we have citrine. Bring in the light. So there we go. Very interesting energy. So something happened that brings in the light. Very interesting. My mind went completely blank for a moment and I absolutely forgot the message that I channeled to you that I just spoke of while I was shuffling the cards. I'm sure that you will remember taking in the message. So something happens and it brings in the light to the situation and it helps you remember your worth. So this is today's energy. Remembering your worth, remembering who you are. Remembering who you are. Overcoming your fears. So recognizing that it's time to get out of your own way. Whatever's been holding you back, the reluctancy, the doubt. You realize that something happened and it moved you out of your own way. It brought the light back in. It's helping to heal your heart and to remember your worth and to transform, to get things moving again. So remembering your worth, bringing in the light. Okay, citrine. And how do I pronounce this crystal name? Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite. Interesting. Thank you. I'm actually going to the crystal shop today. Let the sunshine pour in. Some spiritual vitamin D will lift your spirits and your sights on life. Let happiness be a choice you make every day. Just like the sun bursts through the fog on a cloudy day, you have the ability to bring light in. even when you might be feeling a little blue. You are in charge of the weather your inner environment. Oh, it doesn't weather. You are in charge of the weather within your inner environment. Embrace it. Embrace what it feels like to feel good and make a conscious effort to stay in the light. What brightens your day? When are you the happiest? How does it make you feel to stand in the sunlight? Okay, so watch the sun rise or set today. Interesting. So here we go. Dare I pronounce it again? Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Oh, not this one. Here we go. Back it up. Back it up. Backing up. There we go. Remember your worth. Often we are our biggest critics. It's important to stay open to the various forms of self-affirmation, but you just might be looking for your worth in all the wrong places. Know that who you are as a person makes you worthy. Rather than turning to other people or your list of accomplishments for validation, find your worth from within. Your life has meaning, regardless of any titles, experiences, or skills. You are important because you are you. When you know your worth, your self-esteem will skyrocket. Know exactly what you deserve and settle for nothing less. Do you feel worthy? Do you deserve more out of life? What would you like? What would life look like if you acknowledged your true value? So don't settle for anything less than you deserve. Stand in your light. Okay. So with the Wildwood Tarot, interesting. Wherein wisdom resides. Let's take a look at the situation now. Let's pull some cards, 3 cards. So our first card will represent the situation, the issue. What's the issue? Bless you. What's the issue? Bless you. And card 2 will be, well, the action to avoid. What not to do here? What's not going to be helpful? And card 3 will represent what action to take, what will be the best route for you. Okay, interesting. So we shall use the Wildwood Tarot Guidebook for our messages and compose our reading together. Very interesting. Thank you, Spirit. So 911, oh dear. Card 1, insecurity. The issue is insecurity. Okay, what to avoid? Thank you. Hawk. Overthinking. Card 3. Wow. Well, that one went on a tailspin. And this is the action to take. Okay. And bottom of the deck. We always like to look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Guardian. It's just like you're being watched over. You're being guarded, looked over at this time. There's definitely a time of transformation that we've spoke of. There's death and rebirth in this energy. So something may be coming to an end, but it is for your betterment, for your growth. There's going to be deeper insight, deeper wisdom gained within this situation, because there are things hidden, but you're being fed information from your ancestors at this time. You're receiving deep guidance. You've gone deep within, like the hermit as well, because you're having to protect yourself and to really think about your transformation. Who are you? Remembering your worth. So how to rise up, how to understand more, and how to look within, how to see the bigger picture. How to use your wisdom wisely. Okay, so let's get the guidebook, shall we? So the Seven of Arrows, this is the issue. Bless you. Years ago, many years ago, what happened years ago? And that was what somebody used to say when they were shouting something in the studio. I think it was a big issue seller, and somebody walked past and said, "Bless you." So it became a thing. It just, anyway, a memory. Interesting. So the Seven of Arrows, this card, this is the issue. So shall we have a look at this card? So the description of this card. I know that you can see the card, but let's take a closer look. At the centre stands a green woman clad in leaves and with hair that seems to grow from her head like vines. Her arms are raised in blessing. Ah, there's the blessing. But arrows pierce her flesh and fly towards her. So the meaning on this card. Ungrounded fears and confusion lead to instability and panic, self-torture through guilt or delusion, and the need to deal with fragmented or rejected aspects of personality. So this is the issue, where you've not been standing in your light, you've not been recognizing your worth, you've not been loving yourself, because you've been living in fear, in doubt and reluctancy. So some of our greatest fears and self-destructive drives are born of emotional insecurity or lack of self-discipline, crippling an individual's ability to make timely decisions or responsible action. Sometimes these dark, ungrounded fears are the product of panic or guilt planted by inappropriate parenting or the lack of ethical education, Unreasonable emotional expectations and feelings of abandonment can also fuel a lack of emotional stability and stable grounding in practical life. Finding one's feet in this environment takes serious inner work and real self-appraisal to reveal the true nature of the undermining issue at the heart of your fear. We may not be able to change the past, but we can learn to evolve strategies from the lessons of life and apply them to future scenarios. This process may also involve forgiveness for past failures, either of other individuals, belief systems, or, more importantly, oneself. Forgiveness of oneself is a vital healing mechanism to deal with self-inflicted wounds associated with the burdens of guilt and self-recrimination. Understanding and acknowledging the motivations behind past mistakes stimulates the process of establishing a secure and healthy emotional foundation from which new beginnings can arise. Okay, so let's take a look at the Hawk, Knight of Arrows. So this is the action to avoid here. We understand the issue. There's these things to overcome. So this is the action to avoid. So the Hawk, the meaning of this card: quick, graceful, and a master of the element of air. The hawk is symbolic of vision and power, the ability to fly and nest at high altitude and see prey and hunt from a high height. A great height brings a special reverence to this majestic and fearless creature. A quicksilver messenger of fate, the hawk can help and support you to see through layers of doubt and uncertainty to the point at the heart of the matter. Be swift and subtle and use your common sense to progress. So as a person in your life, Knight of Arrows is a champion who rides to defend and uphold beliefs for himself and on behalf of others. He or she has clear views and opinions and makes a good advocate for those who have no voice. He is a friend who is never downhearted but always energetic and spontaneous. As an aspect or process, vigilance as you go through the process, impulsiveness, heroism, struggling with ideological compliance or revolt, using subtlety as a way through, holding a grudge, festering anger. As an event or happening, a cause that you espouse, a speedy turn of events, a decision that needs to be made, a meeting of like-minded people, a revolutionary inspiration, a violent kickback or reaction, an ideological persecution. So questions with this card: in the depths of doubt, what do you hold too strongly? What do you need to stand up for? And where might you be wrongly informed? So the action involved, the action rather to avoid, is this impulsiveness to defend others and your beliefs. In your action is to avoid stepping forward too quickly. Not right, to to avoid everything that I just read. Wow. So avoid being heroic. Avoid getting angry and bearing a grudge. Avoid impulsiveness. At this time. Okay. So what action to take? The Queen of Bows. So the meaning of this card. Hairs have been linked to the spring and sexuality since Celtic times, when it was considered taboo to kill them. Prolific breeders, they represent fertility and potential. The hare is also famous for the boxing ritual that takes place during March. So reading points, a companion through life, sympathetic and understanding, leading you to a deeper awareness of what is needed to bring success to your every enterprise. Wise and witty, gentle and kindly, the Queen supports you and strengthens your resolve. So as a person in your life, the Queen of Bows is a popular and dedicated person who has great self-assurance. As a friend, she is committed and kind, quick to defend or take your side in any eventuality. As an aspect or process, outgoing warmth. Unpredictability may be retaliation, sympathy and empathy. She is certainly a defender and a good friend, offering courteous and understanding, using your ambition creatively, harbouring slights or insults and undermining the plans of others, a party or social gathering, a business opportunity, a peace offering, confrontational burnout, sorcery or petty spellcraft. So those are things to avoid. But it looks as though this companion, this Queen of Bows, she's representing a person who will stand by your side and defend you. She's witty and kind. She leads you to a deeper awareness of what you need to do to bring success to your life. She understands. And this is what you're being guided to be, to become this Queen of Bows. To overcome fears, insecurities and doubts, and to stand in your light and to recognize your worth and to know that you are powerful. So the questions of this card: how do you influence those around you? So just as I was saying, you are powerful. Perhaps you don't understand your value. You haven't been understanding or recognizing your value and how powerful you are, and how you do influence those around you. You are able to influence those around you because you show the way. When you stand in this strength and in this power, you show the way. So how can your plans be best fostered now? Where do you need to be more courteous or understanding? Okay, so shall we read the Guardian? Let's read the Guardian. So the bleached white skeleton of a great cave bear stands sentinel in the night, guarding the entrance to a cave. The guardian spirit of the beast challenges those who would enter the cave of ancestral memory without understanding the nature of their own darkness. Within the cave's open maw, filled with jagged and sharp stalactites, is an unknown and untrodden path. Its destination is shrouded in gloom. No inner light burns to show a way through. Before the path may be followed, the guardian must be faced, and mastery of one's own fears achieved. Over the centuries, there has been much cynical manipulation of the concept of the devil for political, religious, and doctrinal purposes, leading to the demonizing of this complex pagan nature spirit. Yet the prime role of such archetypes is one of protection and initiation, and is the human link to wilderness, nature, and fertility, sometimes manifested as fierceness, ecstasy, and sexuality. However, the fear engendered by the warping of this archetype will be with us for a long time to come. The guardian stirs irrational fears from the muddy bottom of the human subconscious and fills the timid soul with foreboding. He is charged with an inhuman and unseen sentience, feeding off fear and panic with a malevolent joy. But within the sardonic and chaotic energy lie wisdom, courage, and strength. The human survival instinct was geared for fight or flight, yet we have learned to rationalize our darkest fears and deal with unknown dangers with intellectual insight. As we have evolved our understanding of the unknown, we have learned that no diabolical or supernatural force in the universe is as frightening as the human imagination. If the guardian is frightening, it is because we are frightened of our own reflection, our own dark shadow, and it is this element of ourselves we must master. Within this process is the stripping away of conditioning and the distilling of absolute essentials within ourselves. Much can be gained by facing our most deeply hidden and suppressed fears, which usually stem from our own deepest instincts and desires. Once this truth has been absorbed and utilized for our own defense, the darkest of places and the most challenging of forest guardians can be looked in the eye without fear. A challenge has arrived in your life. The situation may be very complex. It may even have profound implications for your life and how you deal with the world. It may manifest itself in the form of a profound inner realignment or the facing of some physical outer predicament, whether from the labyrinth that is the human mind or from some external source. The challenge that presents itself now must be seen for what it is, an opportunity. If something has been hidden or suppressed, if a situation has been left to decay or become unhealthy, now is the time to take control of your fears and deal with the insecurity with courage and integrity. Always be aware that however threatening or difficult this situation is, you can only become stronger and more resilient from the experience of understanding and accepting inner darkness. So, facing our fears. Let's pull an Angels of Light. Thank you, angels. As we are bringing things back in the light. It's about being in the light now. Yes, we're facing the fears, but perhaps you fear the light. Perhaps you've been fearing your own light, your own truth. So let's get a message. Thank you, Angels of Light. I can hear you with us right now. So for the collective, we have a card. Oh, we have another card. Lovely. Do I take both? Yes, I do. Thank you. So we have sincerity. Oh, in fact, it says serenity. Serenity bestows inner peace, tranquility and calmness of mind. When you feel serene, you are your own person, for nothing and no one can bother, upset, or influence you. You are like a calm, clear lake, beautiful and peaceful to be with. Your quiet radiance brings hope and support to those who come within your aura. You attract respect and love from others, for all are calmed by you. As you become deeply serene and still, you connect to the higher powers of the universe for divine guidance, and your path in life becomes smooth and flowing. Quietly ask your angel to hold you in serenity. It's interesting. I was saying I could hear the angels. Okay, then we have clarity. Angel wisdom reminds you that a busy, cluttered mind is a sick one, and a still, clear mind is a divine one. Allow the wisdom in your heart to radiate out and dissolve the chatter of your mind. Know that your angel has drawn this to your attention and is waiting to help you in your task. Sit quietly so that you can find the stillness within. Then you can shine a pure, clear light onto every area of your life. In the clarity of this life, the angels will reveal a new way of being. You will see things differently and be able to make decisions from strength and clarity. So we have Archangel Michael today. So when you are blessed with this angel card, you are guided to invoke Archangel Michael to help protect and strengthen you. He will increase your ability to deal with problems, so ask him to cut with his sword any emotional cords which bind you to people, stuck situations, or past memories. Then ask him to fill you with strength and love. He will shield you from the destructive thoughts, insecurities, emotions, and actions of others. Archangel Michael works on the blue ray, giving strength and courage. Call for his help and visualize yourself wearing a deep blue cloak, securely fastened. This will place you under his protection. He is the master of all angels, a great warrior spirit. Within his light, you will feel more secure, have more confidence, energy, and power. He will help you remember your worth. So today's affirmations: I am serene and still. My mind is quiet, clear. My mind is quiet, still, and clear. And I am strong and protected by Archangel Michael. So I hope you enjoyed this reading today. Oh, okay, sorry, I turned around and there's one more deck of cards. We have our final message from the universe. Thank you. What does the universe want you to know today? The universe has your back card. It's one of those. Thank you. So when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. You do. Indeed, that you do. So just call on your angels and remember that you are protected. You are safe. So you're fearless. Allow your fearless freedom to light up the world. Get back. Bring it back. Sing it back. Stand in your power. Remember your worth. Bring light back into your life and into the situation. All is well. Much love. You can do this. You got this. It's all yours. See you soon. Take care.